Welcome back. I'm Doug Burson. So last week I told you need to fill out the organizer. This week I'm actually going to take the time and show you how to do it. It's really not that complicated, so stick with me. It'll just take a couple minutes and I'm going to walk you right through this. Here we have the email that you received from us. Now, if you were our client last year and we already had your email address, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to see that it's going to have your login ID and your email address right here. So all you have to do is click this button and go right here. And then if you know your login, you just type it in. But let's say that this is the first time, or maybe last year you just never did set it up. Well, if that's the case, this is the email you got. And if you look at this, it says if you have not accessed before, you must register here. So really, all we need to do is click this, and then it's going to ask us what's the last four digits of our social, which I believe for this guy was that right there. And now we create a login. Now our login can be whatever we want, but this portal system has a lot of users, so you're probably not going to get away with saying something like Doug B or Michelle S. You may have to get a little more creative and use maybe your Gmail address or something along those lines. So you type in your login and then you create your password. Once you've done that, you just register. Okay, so that worked out great. You are now in. So here you are, you're sitting in front of it, and it's really quite simple. You'll see right here in orange it says Tax Organizer. Just click that, and there it is. So all we got to do is click on this first one, which is where it is, and just verify. So, am I married filing joint? You'll see that's a number 2, and it's a number 2. Is this my name? Hopefully it is. It's only going to show certain things. Some of it's going to be X'd out for security, but at least you can check your birth year, your address, your email address. You can check your children's names. So test 1 Smith, test 2 Smith, son, daughter. So you can go through these things and make sure, and then really just go over and check the next one. And so what you can see here in the income is that last year I had a W-2 from Test Factory, and my spouse had a W-2 from Test Facility. Now, this family is obviously not very original, but you get the point. So we go down to their next one, and so we can see that last year I had interest income from Bank 1, and I had interest income from Bank 3. So I need to make sure I have those this year. And in case I forgot them, you'll see I had dividend income from Stock 7 and stockholders. And hey, that one was pretty good, $4,200. Want to make sure we don't forget that one. And then we go to here and we'll see that last year we didn't have any adjustments, but maybe this year we actually had some college expenses. So you can see, well, I better double check that. I don't remember. Then you go down to here. Last year you can see that we had interest expense on our house. You can see we had real estate taxes, so we don't want to forget that. Maybe property taxes. Last year we should have gave to the church, but it looks like we may have forgot. But in 19 we did. So that's really what the organizer's for. It's just to help us go through, look for things. Don't need you to type it all in. Don't need you to fill it out. But what I do want you to do is just to go through it quickly. So you can see we've gone through this organizer in just a couple minutes to make sure that there's not something there I forgot. Now maybe there's something new that happened this year and there's not a form and you do like to fill it out and would like to add it. Well, you can come right down here and say, okay, well this year I had, I don't know, maybe you went to the boat and won some money and you want to make sure you don't forget that. So you can now add that form. So that's it. But the big one, the really, really big one is just like you saw in the video last week, is the questionnaire. So click the questionnaire. This one I really do want you to take the time to fill it out. And what you can see is all the questions for the most part are designed to say no. So you can go through it real fast. Did your marital status change last year? No. Did your address change? No. Can you be claimed by someone else on your tax return? No. So you can see you can go through it real quick, and it won't take that long. Did you refinance your house? Well, maybe that one's yes. So that'll let me know that when I'm doing your tax return, hey, I should see another mortgage interest statement this year, or maybe you got the big one, but you refinanced in February and you forgot there's going to be another one. So the questions are really helpful. They help us make sure you haven't forgot something. It's real easy stuff. You can go through this. You can do this whole thing in just a few minutes. And then once you're done, you can either A, create a PDF for yourself and add it with all your paper documents, or you can come right here and click Send to Prepare. And once you do that, that's going to send me a notice that letting me know that the organizer is ready to go, and I can actually get started on your tax return. You can also go to this section here, and if you want to, you can upload your documents that you scanned, and maybe you took a picture of them, put them on your computer, whatever. You can upload your W-2s, your 1099s, everything right here, and submit it all to us electronically, and you don't even have to leave the house. You could just send this right in, it'd be wonderful. So that's really all there is to it. I think you're going to like it, and it really is that simple. And then when you're done and the tax return is ready, well, right in this same area, you're going to see a digital copy of your taxes, so that if the bank needs a copy of your tax return because you're getting a loan, or you're trying to fill out your FAFSA for school and you need to check what was my income, instead of having to go through that book and try to find everything, it's right here. It's easy. And I think you guys are really going to find this to be a lot more useful than you may have really thought. So that's it. Thank you. I hope you feel a lot more comfortable with this, and let's have a great tax season and a great 2020.